Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again on this Tuesday morning. May God bless you today, and may He make His face to shine upon you, turn His face towards you, be gracious to you, and give you peace. You ever been to a church prayer meeting? So I mean like a real prayer meeting, like where it doesn't even have to be a prayer meeting. Have you ever heard anybody pray about their church? Anybody pray for their church? A preacher pray for their church, or a group of people pray for their church. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that in general they pray, and somewhere in general they pray like this. They ask God to use them to reach their community. They ask God to let them be a lighthouse. They ask God to help them to take His gospel into the world or the community wherever they are. But we have a lot of different things that we pray for our church about, and in essence it's asking God to use us. In essence it's asking God to let us be a tool that He uses to reach our community. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's how I pray for our church. But I ran across this verse today, and the theme that I've been going on lately is about treating each other well and loving each other. And I ran across this verse today, and in this verse, it's a prayer. It's in 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, and starting in verse 11, Paul begins this little prayer, and in verse 12, he makes this statement in this prayer that just kind of jumped back and caught me. He says, "And may the Lord make you increase and abound in love to one another and to all, just as we do to you." He's praying for the church, and he says, may the Lord make you increase and abound in your love for one another, in your love for each other. Now there's a great prayer that we ought to be praying for our church. May the Lord increase this love in our lives that we have for each other, and even for the outside world, because that's what we need to do. We need to love people, right? Jesus said the greatest commandment: love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And that's the part we've been focusing on for over a week or more. So we're going to pray that God would help us to love other people. Love being 1 Corinthians chapter 3 kind of love. Being patient, being kind, not being rude, not flying off the handle, not seeking our own way, but building each other up, as we talked about yesterday, and bearing with the scruples of the weak, and all of those kinds of things. May the Lord make us increase and abound in love toward one another, and to all, just as we do to you. We need to love the people in our church. We need to love the people in our community. We need to open up our hearts to the people in our church, to the people in our community, with our love, so that they can feel accepted and they can be accepted. I'm going to start praying this for my church, that may the Lord make us increase and abound in our love to one another and to all, just as we do to you. God bless you guys. Get out there. Faith the rest of this day. Love you. Bye.